This is Chapter 6 in the transformation of the Ace Frehley Les Paul by the Cochise Guitars Mod Shop. In this episode, we're going to try to take the guitar and raise the playability level. And what I mean by that is after an examination of the neck, I found that the 11th fret, the 13th fret were a little high. And in addition to that, they weren't that bad, but most of the higher frets, just a little bit not well seated, I guess it was what I should say. So to preclude any problems in the future, what I'm doing here is I actually took a sanding beam and I went over the two frets really that were problematic. I taped off half of the fretboard, but I also sanded down the higher frets, fret 15 through 22, to create what we call a fall off. So sometimes you notice some guitars, you're playing them and the higher you get up the neck, when you stretch strings, sometimes they'll kind of just choke out and you won't hear any sound at all. Well, what's happening is that if you have the action real low, which most guitar players prefer, the natural curve of the radius of the fretboard and the bridge, when you get that high up on the guitar, you're going to have some issues there. So what I like to do in some cases, and this one I did it, to bring those frets down a little bit, reduce their level a little bit so that we don't have any problem with that, because a neck can move depending on where you're playing. And what I mean by that is that if you play a gig in Atlanta, Georgia on Friday night and you're going to be in St. Paul, Minnesota on Saturday night, the change in temperature and humidity can sometimes make that neck play a lot different by the time you pull it off the case on Saturday night. So to give us a little better chance of keeping our intonation in shape and our playability in shape, what I like to do is to take the time to optimize the fretboard as much as possible. So on all the custom shop guitars and all of the guitars that we make here at Cochise Guitars, especially the ones like this that we're modding for someone, we try as hard as we can to make it as flexible and as stable as a platform as possible. What I'm doing here is I'm actually going in with a chrome polish, which I use a heavy metal polish instead of a rubbing compound, and I'm polishing the frets out. And it's a tedious process, but once it's finished, the results are really great. As a matter of fact, when you bend the string, there should be no resistance. You shouldn't hear anything but the note that you're playing. And if you look at the close-up inspection of these frets, they're polished up to a mirror finish with ball ends on it. So there's no problem with running your hand up and down the neck and getting snagged on a fret or cutting your hand or something like that. These are well-dressed, well-seated, and they're ready to play at a professional level. That's what it's all about, and that's what we try to do with every guitar here at Cochise Mod Shop. Please join us for episode 7, where we take this guitar to another level. Hope to see you then.